Which letter is a line? Q. Two people living in the same time are known as contemporaries. Fruit bowl of India is known as Himachal Pradesh. Paradise on earth is known as Kashmir. Little Tibet is known as Ladakh. Which letter is exclamation? O. One who sells sweet is known as a confectioner. Which force always acts opposite to the direction of motion between two surfaces? Friction. Which Indian is referred to as Netaji? Subhas Chandra Bose. Which Indian is called Pandit? Jawaharlal Nehru. Vahana of Lord Yama, a buffalo. What do we call the rate at which work is done? Power. One who always look at the negative side of things. Pessimistic. Which month's name also sounds like asking permission? May. Which type of mirror always forms a virtual and erect image? Convex mirror. Name of a car brand and Lord Rama's devotee. Maruti. 25 years can also be known as Silver Jubilee. Which law states that acceleration is directly proportional to the applied force? Newton's second law of motion. My name means 8, but I am the 10th month of the year. Which month am I? October. Guess the name of a famous monument and a tea company having same name? What physical quantity is defined as the product of mass and velocity? Momentum. I bring a special day of thanks with turkey and pie. Thanksgiving. Common name of a zodiac sign in English and a disease. Cancer. 12-month can also be known as a year. 10 years can also be known as decade. What physical quantity is defined as the product of mass and velocity? Momentum. What type of energy is stored in a body due to its position or configuration? Potential energy. What is the upward force acting on a body immersed in a fluid called buoyant force or upthrust? What is the time taken by a pendulum to complete one full swing called time period? 10 years are known as a decade. 25 years are known as Silver Jubilee. 50 years are known as Golden Jubilee. 60 years are known as Sexagenarian. 75 years are known as Platinum Jubilee. 100 years are known as a century. Which food never spoils? Honey. Which animal never drinks water? Kangaroo rat. Which metal never rusts? Gold and platinum. Which organ never rests? The heart. Which mammal never jumps? Elephant. Which continent never has snakes? Antarctica. Which bird never builds a nest? The cuckoo. Which animal never closes its eyes? Sharks, fish and snakes. Which animal never blinks? Snakes. Which ocean zone never see daylight? Aphotic zone. Which bird never walks on land? The common swift. Which landmark never belongs to any country? Antarctica. Which animal never produces sound? Giraffe. Which mammal never sees daylight? Deep sea whale. What the only country in the world with a non-rectangular flag? Nepal. What is the deepest point in the world's ocean? The Challenger Deep. What is the most abundant gas in the Earth's atmosphere? Nitrogen. What is the smallest unit of life? The cell. What is the most expensive spice in the world? Saffron. Which country invented the cheese fondue? Switzerland. Which city has no people? Electricity. Which key cannot open any door? Monkey. Which room has no walls? Mushroom. What is the currency of India? Indian rupee, INR. What is the fiscal year in India? April 1st to March 31st. Which is the largest industry in India? Textile industry. Which city is known as the financial capital of India? Mumbai. Who is known as father of Indian economic planning? M. Vishweshwaraya. Who is the first woman president of India? Pratibha Patil. Which table you can eat but never put food on? Vegetable. Which ship never sails? Friendship. Which horse live in the sea? Seahorse. Which dog doesn't bark? Hot dog. Which bird can lift the heaviest weight? Crane. Which planet is the most musical? Neptune.